This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so in the last session, I supposed to start. What I did, 7:30 batch. Some people are facing the issue. What I did, I have created some users in AWS, and I have shared that credentials to them. So using this IAM feature, you can create that users, and you can share to that others also, so that they can able to log in into your AWS account, and they can create the EC instances and all. So like that, I have created that 3 to 4 users, and I have shared. So night it was working. So morning I have logged in, and I supposed to start the servers. So they have stopped all the servers. I'm trying to start, and it is not starting. They're saying some issue with your account. They blocked. Contact the AWS admin team. So again, what I did, I have created new account, and I have installed all these. I have created these 4 servers, and I have installed all these softwares. So for installing all these softwares, just it took for me. How much time it will, guys? Can you guess how much time it will take to do this set of 4 servers, creating these 4 servers and installing? For me, it took 30 minutes. So maximum for me, it took 30 minutes. So somewhere in 2 hours. So if you do the practice, guys, you guys also can able to complete in within 30 minutes also. So you guys can create at a time 4 servers. No need to create one by one. See how, right? Click on launch instances. Select the AMI. So if you want to select the T2 medium, okay. If you see here, number of instances. By default, it is going to take one only. Okay. So if you want, you can keep four instances. Okay. So like that, I have created and I have installed. Then I have installed the Java. I have installed that other softwares. Okay. So instead of manually creating these servers, if you follow our Kubernetes, this one Terraform classes. Okay. So when you have time, go through these Terraform videos. Already in this batch, some guys are going through those videos. Okay. And they're asking some questions on this one. We are not going to cover as part of DevOps Master Program this Terraform, right? So I have uploaded some videos. It's very useful, easily can able to understand. Okay, just go to this. If you go to this one, whatever we are doing manually in that AWS, we can automate it. Okay, just go to this one. Okay, so in the last session, we discussed about till here, right? Pool SCM and build periodically. Correct? And also we discussed about the difference between pool SCM and build periodically. In the pool SCM, if any change in the source code, then only it is going to trigger the job. Otherwise, it is not going to trigger. But in build periodically, whatever the schedule you have configured the time. So, irrespective of code changes, whether updated or not, it is going to trigger the code, trigger the build. Yes or no? So, anybody have any questions? Whatever we discussed so far in this Jenkins. I hope everyone has completed. So, guys, some people are getting that 401 error in Nexus. Already I mentioned, if you get 401, what you have to do? Check that Nexus credentials. Where we are going to configure the Nexus credentials? In the settings.xml. Check that whether you have given correct credentials or not. If you are giving correct credentials, just check that ID, Nexus ID. Okay, whether you have mapped correct Nexus ID in pom.xml and settings.xml. So like that, your debugging approach should be broadly. So once you will get there, immediately posting that screenshot in the Skype group. Mentioned, already I mentioned n number of times. If you get that 401 unauthorized, check that Nexus credentials, right? Maybe you are not properly configuring that right file. Yes or no? So sometimes what we are going to do, we are going to use that multiple versions of Maven. You are using one version and you have configuring different version. Yes or no? So check that all these things. So next one is GitHub webhook. See, instead of Jenkins is going every time, okay, instead of Jenkins is going every time and checking is there any updated code in the GitHub. Why can't, if the developer push the code, why can't this Jenkins can inform to that GitHub can inform to the Jenkins? It is good, right? Instead of every time Jenkins is going and checking in the GitHub, it's like it's using more server resources where in the pool SCM. Why? Because no, whatever the scheduled time you have configured that particular time, every time the process has to run, it has to go to that GitHub and it has to check, right? Instead of that one, Jenkins can trigger or can inform that yes, I have some updated code, so that Jenkins can trigger that check. So for that one, we are going to the GitHub webhook. So for this one, you should have a admin access for the admin access to the GitHub repository. So whatever the GitHub repository we are using, for that GitHub repository, you should have a admin access. Okay. So first, Jenkins side also we have to do some changes. So go to that particular job, click on configure. If you want to update the job, you have to click on configure. Just scroll down and build the triggers. If you see here, GitHub hook trigger for Git SCM pooling. Just you have to enable this checkbox in the Jenkins side. Just enable this checkbox. Save it. Okay. So now take this Jenkins URL. Okay, because GitHub has to inform, right? Yes, I have some updated code. After pushing the code. So for that one, you should configure this Jenkins URL where in the GitHub. So that's why I'm telling that you should have a GitHub admin access. So for the particular repository. So go to that repository. So this is the repository which we are using, right? So if you have admin access, click on the settings. Click on the settings, and you will see that here webhooks. Click on this webhooks. So already last time I have configured. Let me delete it. Okay. So once if you click on this webhooks, you will see this kind of screen. Right. See here, webhooks allows external services to be notified when certain events happen. When the specified events happen, we will send a post request to each of the URL you provide. So click on here, add webhook, and see here, you have to give the URL. Which URL? Jenkins URL. So along with Jenkins URL, we have to add this context path, GitHub hyphen GitHub hyphen webhook. forward slash. See, you have to give this context path along with your Jenkins URL. Just copy this one. Go here and copy. And the context, the content type should be, it will be application/JSON. In the JSON format, it is going to send a request. Right. Then here, secret you don't want to specify. The secret you don't want to specify. Then when it has to trigger, see, it is showing here which events would you like to trigger this webhook. Which events would you like to trigger this webhook? Just push event, yes, or send me everything, or let me select that individual events. If you select this one, see here many events are there, right? So when you are creating a branch or when you are creating a pull request, okay, if you want to trigger this one, see here, pull request, whatever that events you want, you can select it. So, but usually we are going to follow this one. When developer push the code, then build has to trigger. That is what I selected here. Just that push event. Okay, click on add webhook. So now, just if you go here and refresh it, okay, if you see this green color tick mark, okay, everything is configured correctly. It is going to trigger this job now. Okay, so if you go and do update some changes in the GitHub, it is going to trigger this one now. Okay, let's see whether it is going to work or not. So right now, if you see that, so the bill number is 6. Yesterday it was triggered, right? And also application has deployed. So if you want, you can open, right click on this one, open link in new tab. See? Whole SCM demo, it is there, right now. So now I'm going to change some code. Go here and go to that development branch. Click on search your main web app, JSPs, home.jsp. So guys, in this batch, Shafiq is doing great job. He's practicing and he's helping to that many people. So like that, you guys also help to others so that easily can able to remember the things, right? Good. So I'm expecting from everyone do the same thing. Okay, contribute your some time and help to that others. Okay? He's doing very good. That is what I am observed. Okay. So I'm going to give here GitHub webhook demo. GitHub webhook demo. Okay. Click on commit changes. Okay. So now after some time, if you go and see in the Jenkins, automatically job is going to trigger, right? And also you will see some updates in our application. After deploying, definitely we can see whatever we updated in the source code, right? So now directly what I did, I have updated the code in the GitHub repository, but in the real time, directly we are not going to update it. As a developer, he will update the code. He is going to commit in his local repository. Then he is going to push the code to the GitHub repository using the git push command. As soon as developer push the code, automatically build is going to trigger. Okay, let's go and see whether it is triggered or not. So go to that Jenkins. Let's see, March 21st. Did we trigger this one? So if you want, you can verify also whether this build is manually triggered or through any external source. Click on this one and see here. Started by GitHub push by the DevOps in VLN. So this particular user has pushed some code to that GitHub. So that's why this job is triggered. Right. So now you can go here, just refresh that one. Observe here. This is the update we did, right? Right. So like this, guys, in the real time, most of the time we are going to use this GitHub webhook only, right? Even it's a very important question also. Okay. So one of our student, she attended for the DXT interview. It's happened 2.5 years back. In and the day interview told that. So today I took 17 interviews, including you. 16 guys, no one has answered for this one. I'm very happy. I'm appreciating you like that. He mentioned, and she got the job also. Okay. Many times they ask this question. GitHub web. Okay. So Om Prakash is asking how many builds your Jenkins will run. So at a time, see by default, it is going to run only two builds because the number of executors is two by default. Is it possible to increase or decrease? Yes, it is possible. We'll discuss. So if you want to increase, click on this one, build executor status, and go here, configure. See, number of executors is 2, right? If you want, you can increase 3. Save it. So now, automatically, if you trigger 3 jobs, see, 3 jobs are going to run. So Vasant Kumar is asking, sir, GitHub webhook is similar to Pool SM, right, sir? Yes, but if you see, Jenkins is not going every time, whatever the schedule time. So we are not configuring schedule time, right? In the GitHub, we are configuring the Jenkins URL. As soon as developer puts the code to the GitHub, automatically GitHub is triggering that job. So compared to Pool SEM, GitHub webhook is a good option because if you use that Pool SEM, so many resources are going to use by this Jenkins. Many server resources like RAM, CPU, and all. Because what are the schedule time we have configured? That particular schedule time, Jenkins has to go to that GitHub and it has to check, right? So Dharmendran is asking, which is the best one, Web, webhook or Pool SEM? Already I answered. Okay, you have to tell me which one is, guys. So your friends can answer. See, already Kaveri has answered. Webhook is a best option. Suppose, okay, this incident also it happened for one of our student. He's in US. He want to automate that build trigger process, but he don't have GitHub admin access, and they are not supposed to give that admin access. In this case, what you are going to do? Hmm? Nikita madam is saying that. So in organizations, do you use webhooks or Pool SF? I covered this one also, madam. Which one? Webhook only. Okay. For some projects, some jobs, we are following that Pool SM. Why? Because for that repositories, we don't have the admin access due to some security concerns. They are not providing that admin access. Mm, mm. Clear. So anybody have any questions? Okay. So now we'll discuss about that. If you see here, n number of bills are there. So we have triggered that 7 bills so far. So like that in the real time, hundreds of bills will be there. So if you leave all these bills like this one, what will happen? As a result, your server hard disk utilization is going to be more. Yes or no? Your server hard disk utilization is going to be more. Then what to do? We have to remove these old bills. How we can remove manually? You can go here and you can like this one. No, right? It is very difficult, na? Manually deleting these bills. See, you can go here, select that bill, and you will see that delete bill number 1. Same way, select bill number 2 or bill number 3, and you will see delete bill number 3. Right? But manually, we should not supposed to do. Then what to do? Automatically, it has to delete, and I want to maintain last 5 bills, whether it is a successful or failure. Is it possible for keeping that only last 5 bills? Yes, it is possible. And also, if you see, currently the build is in the console output, the timestamp is not adding. Timestamp is not adding. So when that build has to get, how much time it took for getting the code, how much time it took for build, we don't have this one. I want to add that timestamp also. So for that one, go to your job, click on configure. Okay, just scroll down. If you see here, add timestamps to the console output. And also, see, every time what will happen? Just it will get that updated code only. So very first time, it will get that all the code. After that, what will happen? Only that updated code only, it is going to get. Instead of that one, every time before doing the builder, it has to delete that code, whatever it is there, previous we got it, and we need to get that code every time. So for that one, we are going to use this option, delete workspace before build start. See, in the workspace directory, what it will be there? Source code will be there. Yes or no? In the day 1 session, day 2, we discussed it when we are creating a job. Okay. Where this workspace directory will be there? This workspace directory will be there in the where? Jenkins home directory. What is the default home for the Jenkins home directory? Slash var lib Jenkins. Thank you. Already some guys has answered. Okay. So I'm going to select this one. Just select this checkbox. That's all. So automatically, sorry, whatever the source code for this particular project it is downloaded, it is going to delete it. Okay. Okay. So Jasprit is asking if I want to wait for push from all the developers before doing the deployment, is it possible? Your question is not valid, madam, because how to know Jenkins whether you are going to push the code or not? Yes or no? When you are going to push also, we don't know, right? How many developers are there in that particular project? Then can you able to guess? No, right? It is not possible. As soon as if developer updates the code, automatically it is going to get. Okay. So now here I'm going to use one option under general. See here, discard old bills. Select this checkbox, discard old bills. And also here see, days to keep the bills. Days to keep the bills. So my requirement is I want to keep last 5 bills. I want to keep last 5 bills. So for that one, what we are going to do? Maximum number of bills to keep. This option is there, na? Maximum number of bills to keep. Okay. So instead of selecting here days to keep the bills, suppose if I keep here 5, what will it is going to keep that last 5 days bills. We are not sure, right? In the last 5 days, n number of bills are going to maintain. We are not sure whether it is a 5 or 20 or 50 or 0 bills also. Suppose from last 5 bills, 5 days, we didn't trigger the bill, right? So instead of selecting that days to keep the bills, select this maximum number of bills to keep. I'm going to keep that 5. Okay, and click on advanced. Here you will see that maximum number of bills to keep with artifacts. With artifacts means along with packages, I need to keep that one. Oh, not only that build information, it has to keep that artifacts also. So I'm going to keep this one 5. So here also you have to keep 5, and here also you have to keep that 5. So it is going to keep that last 5 bills with artifacts. Save it. So now you can go and trigger this build. So once build is over, if you observe 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, these 5 bills are going to keep it. These 5 bills are going to keep that. Just refresh it. See here, how many bills? Only the 5 bills it mentioned, right? So now go to build number 8. See the console output. Observe that timestamp has added. Na? Earlier, this timestamp was not there. It's not added. Yes or no? And also, if you observe here, deleting project workspace, right? And now again, it is going to get the code, full code from the GitHub, right? It is going to get the full code, deleting the project workspace. It's deleted. After that, again it is downloaded. But if you go and see previous builds, you are not going to see this message. If you want, you can go and see build number 7, console output. Can you able to see that one? No. It is just only it got that updated code. So Om Prakash is asking same question only, sir. In real time, how many builds will our Jenkins will run parallelly? See, it depends on your project requirement. Om Prakash. Okay. See, first of all, we are not going to run the jobs in the master instance. We are going to run in the slaves. We'll discuss. Okay, how to create the slaves and all. Right. We'll discuss. Okay. One second, guys. So clear? So about all these options, discard world builds, disable this project, disable we didn't discuss, delete project workspace, discard world builds. Okay. So now, if you see here, and also we discussed about that add timestamps to the console output. So if you see currently, we can able to see that this build now option, right? We can see build now option. My requirement is assume in the coming weekend. Okay. So this Linux server where you have installed this SonarCube and Nexus, these servers are going to be outage. Outage means these servers are not available. These servers are not up and running this coming Saturday because due to some maintenance. Maintenance means they're going to install some updates or some patches. So maybe 2-3 hours, these servers are going to be down. So already we got this servers outage information 1 month prior only. So in that time, if our jobs, if you trigger, definitely build is going to be failed. Yes or no? Build is going to be failure. So how to disable that particular time when your servers are outage? So for that one, we can use one option. If you see here, disable project, disable project, disable project, right? So in that case, once if you disable that job, can able to see that build now option? Can able to see that build now option? No, right? You are not able to see. So if you want to enable again, click on this enable. See, automatically you will see that build now option. So this disabling the project is a one handy option when our servers are down or when servers are in outage mode. We are going to use this option. Even if you see click on this configure, you will see that under general disable project one checkbox. With help of this one also you can able to disable. Click on save. See, now build has disabled, right? So if you want to enable, you can click on this enable or go here and unselect this checkbox. See, it is disabled. It is enabled now. So right like this, you can enable the job and disable the job. So even though you have configured this webhooks or git pull ASM or pull this build periodically, if you disable the job, it is not going to run. Okay. So Dharmendra is asking, so webhook will run when the project is disabled? No, that's what I'm saying. If you disable the job, it is not going to run this GitHub webhook or build periodically or pull ASM. After enabling, it is going to trigger, right? Clear? So now we'll discuss about that Jacoco plugin. Jacoco, Java code coverage. Using this Jacoco plugin, we can generate the JUnit test reports, and you can stop the deployment if the code coverage is not up to that threshold value. Whatever we are expecting, 80 or 90, whatever that percent, if it is not covering, it is going to stop the deployment. Let's see. So by default, this plugin is not installed. You have to install the plugin. For that one, what you have to do? Go to the dashboard, manage Jenkins. Okay, manage plugins. Click on available tab. Okay, here search with that plugin name Jacoco. See, Java code coverage. Select this one. Click on install without restart. So it is going to install. See, it's installed successfully. Now go back to the dashboard. How to enable that one? To enable that one, click on job. So if you want to update that one, click on configure. Just scroll down under post build actions. Click on this drop down. See here, record Jacoco coverage report. Record Jacoco coverage report. When you are going to see this option after installing the Jacoco plugin. So before that, if you go and see in this drop down, you are not going to see. Select this checkbox. Okay, just scroll up. You will see that one. See this Jacoco coverage report option has enabled. Right. So here, how much percentage you are expecting? 30%. Sorry, 80%. Huh? So if the code coverage is not up to the 80%, okay, it is going to stop this deployment. It is not going to deploy the application. See here we are just checking that how much code coverage is happening. If the code is not covering that 80%, we need to stop the deployment, right? And also change the build status according to the defined threshold values. Change the failure. So you have to enable this one. And also fail the build if coverage degrades more than the delta threshold. These two check boxes you have to enable. Then only it is going to mark as a failure and it is going to stop deployment. Save it. So if you don't enable those check boxes, just it will check that the coverage how much and it is going to deploy also. Now if you go and trigger this build, we'll see that build number 9 going to be failure. Wait some time. Okay, once it is done, we'll see. Yes, see, bill has failed. And you can check it why this bill has failed. Click on this one and see that console output. See here, build step, record Jacoco coverage report, change the build result to failure, build failed, okay, project not deployed. Right, so go here and also if you see here, build, build number 9, see here, Jacoco overall coverage summary. Click on this coverage report and it will give how many packages are there and each package how many Java classes are there. So this is one of the Java class. Okay, employee service. So see here, click on this one and see here it is displaying in the red color. Means these lines is not tested by your unit test cases. Why? Because for this particular Java project, we didn't written that any unit test cases, right? So that's why here it is showing that red color. Okay. So Ashok is asking if I am having two components for application, need to deploy two different WAR files for the same Tomcat? Yes. See, usually your same application having multiple applications like that is called as microservices. So for that time we are going to use that Docker and Kubernetes, right? Suresh is asking one WAR and two jars. That time only one application only, right? Usually we are going to deploy WAR files, right? So like this guys, we can install this Jacoco plugin and we can generate the report and we can see which lines of code is tested by our unit test cases, right? All these things we can see here. Okay, clear? So anybody have any questions about this Jacoco coverage plugin? So recently, previous batch, one guy has asked this question. See, using this Jacoco, we're generating the code, okay, for Java unit test cases, for JUnit test cases. So how we can generate the test report for Node.js project using this by using Jacoco plugin. Is it possible? Jacoco plugin can be used to other programming languages? No, it is going to work only for the Java projects only. It is going to work only for the Java projects only. Yes or no? It is not possible for other programming languages. This Jacoco plugin. Name itself is it, Java core coverage. Correct? Eh? Okay. So guys, we are not going to discuss about this one. Instead of this one, we are going to use the Slack. Okay, we'll cover that one. So apart from this one, we covered that all the things. Yes or no? So if you are clear, we are going to discuss about that Jenkins directory structure. So, however, we discussed about the Jenkins directory structure for other softwares like Maven, Tomcat, Sonar Key Bundle. We are going to discuss about for Jenkins also. See, already we know slash var lib Jenkins. This is a default Jenkins home directory. This is a default Jenkins home directory, right? So here you will see that jobs directory. If you go to this particular directory, you will see that jobs directory. So inside this jobs directory, you will see that some directories with the names, what are the job name we have given. Say right now, how many jobs it is created? One job, right? So and one more thing, guys. So if you go and disable those two check boxes here, this one and this one. If you go and save it, and if you click on build now, it is not going to stop the deployment. It will run, but it will generate the Jacoco report, right? But it is not going to stop deployment, and it is not going to mark as failed, right? See, it has successful, build as successful, right? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create that another job with help of this existing job configurations. So right now if you see Facebook-dev, like that I want to create that another job called as Facebook-QA. Facebook-QA. So for that one, what we are going to do, click on new item and give the name Facebook-QA. Select the freestyle project. Just scroll down. If you observe here, copy from. If you want to create a new item from other existing job, you can use this option. So here we are going to use that Facebook. See, just if you type, automatically whatever the name it matches, it is going to display that all the jobs here. So right now only one job is there. It is going to select it. Click on OK. Right. So now if you go and see whatever that Facebook-QA job configurations, everything it is copied here. See, discard world bills, right? Repository URL, branch name, GitHub webhook. See, whatever we configured in previous job, all the configurations are going to apply here, right? Save it. So now see how many jobs we created, and also two jobs are created. Creating second job is very simple, right? Because already one job is there. Those job configurations we use it. So like this, guys, we are going to create that Facebook-QA, Facebook-dev, Facebook-prod. How many environments are there? Those many jobs we are going to create it. Right. So now, if you go and see in your Jenkins home directory, you will see the jobs directory. Inside the jobs directory, you will see the term Facebook-dev, Facebook-QA. Two folders you will see. Two folders you will see. Right. So jobs directory contains that what are the jobs which we created in the Jenkins. Those jobs information is going to be available. So if you create 10 jobs here, okay, so what will happen? 10 directories you are going to see here. 10 directories you are going to see in the this jobs directory, right? Under each directory, again, you will see that next build number. This is one file. This is one file. Next build number is a one file. What it contains? Easily can able to guess. So see for this particular job. Right now, current build number is 10. What is the next build number? 11. That number 11 is going to keep into this particular file. The number is going to keep it here. Whatever the next build number. Right. And also, it contains that one directory called as builds. It contains one directory called as builds directory. This is the file. This is the file and this is a directory. Right. So this directory contains that. Okay. Whatever the builds are there na here. So like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these builds with each build one directory will be there. For 6 one build, 7 one build directory is there, right? So like that, whatever the builds are there here, those many directories are available in this builds directory. So inside each build number, these are the directories again. So here you will see that one file called as log. What this contains? So this is a file. So this file is only contains that whatever you are seeing here, na, the console output. So this is getting from that log file. This is getting from that particular log file. Okay, so this log is going to be stored in the this log file, right? So each build it contains that one file called as log. There is no extension, only the file name called as log. File name called as log, right? Clear? So let's go and see. Connect to that Linux server where your Jenkins is installed and see whether you can able to see this directory structure. So I have connected to the Linux server. Okay. So switch to the root user. Go to that var lib and Jenkins. Right. See here jobs directory. So go inside this jobs directory. See here Facebook-dev, Facebook-QA. Two directories are there. Go inside this Facebook-dev. See here builds next build number. So see that content in next build number. See 11. Go inside this builds directory. There you will see that 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This build numbers. Go inside this any build number directory. See here log. Okay, just type ls and log. See, it is keeping that all the information, right? Whatever the log file. So press that Q. Okay, so go back. See here, along with the builds directory, next build number, you will see that config.xml. Config.xml. Right. So what this file contains? what this config.xml file contains. Hmm? Job configurations. See, while creating a job, we are going to configure that this discard all builds, right? And repository URL, credentials, branch name, whatever we are giving these configurations here, everything it is going to keep into this config.xml. If you want, you can execute it. Less config.xml. See here, discard all bills number 5, right? So GitHub repository URL, credentials, branch name, right? So this Maven, the goals, see here, whatever we have given in the GUI, everything it is going to store into the config.xml file. So each job it contains that config.xml. See, currently we are in this particular directory, Jenkins home directory. There you will see that jobs directory. Inside the jobs directory, Facebook-dev. This one directory is there. There you will see that config data. Even if you go and see Facebook-QA, there also you will see that config.xml. See, config.xml. See, right now we didn't trigger any jobs for Facebook-QA, right? Now, if you go and see content in next build number, what it contains? Can you guess? 1. 1. Build number is going to start with 1, right? Not the 0, Om Prakash. Right? So that's why it contains 1. Right. So if you go inside this builds directory, can we see any directories? No. We are not going to see that builds directory because still it is not triggered any build. Just we have created. Right. If you go and trigger this job, click on build now. See now build number 1. Now if you go and see, you will see that 1. Right? Because it started with build number 1. Okay. So like this, jobs directory contains that all the jobs information. Right. So far, whatever the jobs which we created, all the jobs information is going to be available in the jobs directory. Clear, guys, about this jobs directory? Okay. So change.log.xml, it contains that. So if you see here, if you have changed anything, if you go to the build number 10, if you see here, it is showing that no changes. So if you go to the build number 8, see, it is showing that no changes. Go to that build number 7, see, it is showing that updated home.jsp. So whatever you were seeing in that here, that information is available in the change log.xml, right? So go to the build number 7, cd jobs and Facebook-dev and go to that builds 7 and you can see here cat change log.xml. See, update home.jsp. This particular person has updated. And see here, clearly it is giving me. That is what we can see here. Updated home.jsp. Got it? Okay. So now you guys clear about that. Jobs directory contains that all the jobs information, whatever the jobs which we created in the Jenkins. Workspace. Already you guys know, right? What this workspace contains? Source code. So in workspace directory, whatever the jobs we created, for those jobs, it is going to create the term one directory. For each job, it is going to create that two directories. One directory with the job name, another directory with temp. So it is a temporary directory. It is by default it is empty. It doesn't contain anything, right? So this is a directory only. It contains the term source code. So whatever it is downloaded from GitHub repository, it is going to keep into this particular file. It is going to keep into this particular file, this particular directory. So Mahesh is asking, can we do change of the branch for the second job which we created? Yes, it is possible. You can go to this Facebook-QA, go here, click on configure, scroll down. See, instead of development, if you want, you can give that other branch also, like master. But in the master branch, you have to configure this Sonar Keep server details, Nexus repository details also, because we are using this one. So if you don't want, just remove these two goals, and you have to delete this one also, deploy to Tomcat server. Why? Because we are not creating that package, right? Without creating a package, how we are going to deploy? So if you want to remove this step, click on this one, delete it, save it, right? Like this, you can customize it. Customize it. So after cloning, after creating, you can do it, right? So now, if you go on trigger, it is going to work. What it is going to do? It is going to do only for the build. It will get the code and it is going to do the build. That's all. It is not going to do deployment. See, already it's over. See the console output. Just it's created a package, and now it's created a package web application that verify, and it's executed the Jacoco coverage report. Clear? Clear? So now, if you go and see that workspace directory, so currently I'm in workspace directory. There you will see that four directories: Facebook-dev, Facebook-dev@tmp, Facebook-qa, Facebook-qa@tmp. So if you go to that Facebook-dev, okay, see here, source code is there. Okay, source code is there, right? And target directory is there. In this target directory only, it contains that your package, right? Go back, Facebook-dev@tmp. See, nothing is there. Currently, we're in this particular directory. So, but it's empty. By default, it's empty. Clear? Same way, this particular directory contains that source code, and this is empty directory. So, like this, guys, in the workspace directory, each job, it contains that two directories. Clear? So, you guys clear about that jobs directory and workspace directory. So Mahesh is asking, sir, just like Jacoco, other language like C++, Python, we have to install a plugin? Yes, we have to install that respective language plugins. So I didn't get a chance to work on those C++ and Python, but most of the time I got that Java projects only. Now Node.js projects also we are working. So next directory is tools directory. So already we discussed it, right? This tools directory. So Om Prakash is asking, sir, one help, sir. I forget my username and password of my Jenkins. How can I reset it? Because of you guys only. Okay. What I did, I have created one recorded video and I have uploaded it. Just go through our videos. That recently I did 2 months ago. Jenkins user password reset. Okay. Just go through this recorded video. Okay. See, go to our YouTube channel, click on videos. In that first row only, it is there. Okay, just go through that one. Because of you guys only, I have created that kind of videos. See, if I didn't create that video, it is going to kill my time, right? I have to work with the Om Prakash. Okay, so like this, whatever that the repeated commonly our students are doing mistakes. I'm creating recording videos and I'm uploading here. Just go through that one. Okay, you should do it. You can able to reset the password and inform us whether you did or not. Otherwise, let me know. I will help you. Clear? You have to inform me whether it is working or not. Okay. So this tools directory contains that what are the softwares we have installed through global tool configuration. Yes or no? See, we have installed that Maven, right? Where that Maven software has installed in the tools directory. So what are the softwares which you are going to install through global tool configuration? Go to the manage Jenkins. Here you will see that global tool configuration, right? Here it is going to store it in a tools directory. Clear? Okay. Next one, users. Can you guess what this users directory contains? Users information. So in the users directory, if you go and see users.xml file, one XML file will be there. Inside this users.xml file, all the users information is available. All the users information. So whatever the users which you have created, those users information is available here, right? So now in one of the interview, they asked one question. I will discuss. That question is, in the Jenkins, users information is going to be stored in what type of file? Text file, JavaScript file, XML file, normal, regular text file. In which file? XML file. Okay. So if you go to that users directory, okay, there you will see that one file called as users.xml. Just check the content in users.xml. See here, for each user it contains that one entry. Each user it contains one entry. Mithun Technologies, right? Like that, if you create another user, it is going to be add one more entry tag here, right? So go back. So you will see that another directory called as plugins. Can you guess what this directory contains? Plugins. So what are the plugins you have installed so far? So what are the plugins so far you have installed? Those plugins information is available in this particular directory. So if you go and see all the plugins, right? So did you remember when you were installing one plugin related to that particular plugin dependencies, it is going to install. That's why you will see that many plugins. So the plugin extension is just see here .jpa .jpa. So the plugin extension, right? Go back. See here nodes directory. We'll discuss later. Tools, updates. So this updates directory contains that whatever the updates which are available ready to install for your Jenkins, those updates are going to be stored in this updates directory, right? So jobs. So your Jenkins logs are not going to store this one. So when you are facing some issues, suppose your Jenkins server is not up and running, and you are trying to start a service, Jenkins service, and it is not working, it is not starting. So that time what you have to do? You have to go to that slash where logs Jenkins. In this particular directory, you will see that jenkins.log. You will see that jenkins.log, right? Then only, so Jenkins log is not available in this particular logs directory. So Jenkins log file is going to be available in the this particular. Now, if you want, you can go to this particular directory, cd where lib where logs. Hey guys, switch off your camera. So logs cd slash where log not logs, then Jenkins. Okay, so there you will see that right now it is not created any log file, right? So it is not logs log. Okay, so again go back to that Jenkins default home directory slash where lib Jenkins, right? Clear? So the important directories are jobs, workspace, then tools directory. These are very important. Three directories you should know. Clear? So anybody have any questions on this Jenkins directory structure? If not, we'll discuss about that. Create a CI/CD for Java application using this Maven project type. So Dharmendran is asking users operation and build status logs where we can see. See, users operations means like user activity. So who triggered that job, who created the job, who deleted that job. So those things are not going to be by default. It is going to store. Just it is going to mention that who triggered. That is going to be stored in the log file, which is there in the builds directory, right? So if you want to track the audit log, like which user has created the job, which user is deleted the job, For those things, we tomorrow we are going to discuss about that one plugin called as audit trail. Using this plugin, we can able to track that which user has triggered, which user has created the job, which user is deleted the job, right? Everything we can track all those things, right? So now we'll discuss about that how to create a job for Java project using the Maven project type. See right now how we created the job, new item, and we selected that freestyle project type, right? So like that, we can see here when you click on a new item, here you will see that Maven project. Instead of freestyle project, we will see that Maven project type. So right now we are not able to see that project type Maven project, right? Why? You have to install one plugin. So the plugin name is Maven integration. So the plugin name is Maven integration. Maven integration plugin. So once if you install this plugin, you can go here, Maven, manage Jenkins, manage plugins, click on available tab. Okay, just search with that Maven integration. See here, Maven integration. Select this one, click on install without restart. So once if you install that one, you will see one option, Maven project. Once if you click on new item, right? Now go here, click on new item. See here, Maven project. We'll see here, Maven project, right? What is the difference between freestyle project type and Maven project? See, already we created the jobs using the freestyle project. Yes or no? And we are very good familiar with how to create the jobs using the freestyle project. So name itself is there, freestyle project. Using this freestyle project, you can create the jobs. You can implement CI/CD process for any of the programming languages, not only for Java. However, we created the jobs for we created a jobs, right, for Java projects. You can create the jobs for Python, C language, C++. But using the Maven project type, can we create the jobs for C language, for Python? No. You can create the jobs only for the Java projects which are having Maven as a build tool. We can create the jobs which are Maven as a build tools. Java projects which are Maven as a build tool. Right. So see, using the freestyle also, we can able to create the jobs for Java projects which are having the Maven as a build tool. Na? Then what is the use of using Maven project type, creating the jobs for Java projects which are having Maven as a build tool? So this project type they have dedicatedly created only for Java projects which are having a Maven as a build tool, and they have improved some performance changes. Right, they have improved some performance. Right, compared to freestyle, if you use that Maven project type for Maven Java projects, the performance is good. Okay, so now I'm going to create that one job for same
repository, but I'm going to use the Maven project type. And some extra features also there because they have dedicatedly created this project for Maven Java projects only. So I'm going to give the name as Maven project type. So give any name here, and I'm going to select that Maven project instead of freestyle project. Then click on OK. See, same options: discard world builds, disable this project, source code management. So select that Git. So give the repository URL, GitHub repository URL. Select the credentials. So whatever the branch, if you want, you can select it. Okay. Then see here, full ACM, GitHub hook trigger, Git webhook, and build periodically. Right. You will see that many options. Right. So whatever we saw in that freestyle, here also we'll see. So that's why I'm not covering these things. We discussed already. Delete workspace before start. Okay. Add timestamps to the console output. Right. We discussed this thing. So under build, see here, Maven version. If you observe, if it is a freestyle, you can select that default version. So whatever the version which we installed in the Linux server. But here, can you able to see that option? Default? No. So if you are going to use Maven project, right, first you should configure that Maven version in the Jenkins. Then only can able to use it. Right? So if it is a different name instead of form.xml, we have to give that full name also. Right? Then goals. I'm going to use that clean package. Clean package. So if you see, these are the extra options. Run only if build succeeds. Run only if the build succeeds are unstable. Run regardless of build result. So I'm going to select this one. Run regardless of build result means your previous builds, whatever it may be, the status you can trigger. So that is the option, this one. Right? Run regardless of your build result. Okay. So remaining under post build actions, you will see record Jacoco coverage report, build artifacts to this one, deploy where are yet to, all these things we discussed already. Right? Save it, then click on build now. Right? See, build number one. If you go and see console output, see, it is going to create that one channel for every time when you're triggering. So they have improved some performance changes. See, package as created. Clear? So like this, you can create the jobs using the freestyle project and Maven project type. Clear? Anybody have any questions, guys? So far, whatever we discussed today. If not, so tomorrow we are going to continue this plugin management. This is very important, guys. So I shared some questions, entry questions recently. Our students who were selected. So there, if you go and see, one of the question called as plugin management. What are the plugins you have installed? For what purpose? Can you explain? So Dharmendran is asking, sir, if you select source code none in the source code management console, it means check in that done directly in the Jenkins. Yes. So if you select that none means, see, sometimes you don't want to get the source code. So I want to run the shell script. So that time you can select that none, because directly you are going to add that source code, that shell script in the job itself. So if you don't want to get the source code from the GitHub or any other source code management, like GitLab, Bitbucket, SVN, you can select that none. Okay, clear? So tomorrow we are going to continue this plugin management. If it is possible, we'll see these other topics also. If it is possible, I think we can complete this one only. Thank you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.